and welcome back to Land's World. So today I'll be showing you guys how I make pork chops, and I will be showing you guys two different methods of how I'm gonna go ahead and make the pork chops. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, welcome back. So let's get started. Okay, so here we're starting off with already cleaned pork chops. So we're going to just go ahead and start off by adding in our dry ingredients. If you want to know how I clean my pork chops, the link will be down in this description box of a video showing how I went ahead and cleaned my pork chops. And we're just going to go ahead and evenly distribute all the dry seasonings onto the pork chops. Then we're going to go ahead and move on to our wet ingredients. Okay, so after fully coating our pork chops, we're going to go ahead and add in our Haitian Epis. If you'd like to know how I make my Epis, the link will be down in the description box. Also, you can find the full recipe to all the seasonings that I use for this pork chop also in the description box. Now we're just going to also go ahead and add in some Mojo, and then we're just going to mix that well. Then we're going to go ahead and transfer over our pork chops to a pot so that we can go ahead and start boiling. Okay, so here's our pork chops after boiling for about 15 minutes now. We're just going to go ahead and give it a nice stir, and then we're going to put it to boil for an additional 5 to 7 minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and start off with frying our pork chops, which is going to be the first method. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and fry our pork chops. We're going to go ahead and let these fry for about 5 to 7 minutes each. And then that's it. That will be our first method of how we go ahead and cook the pork chops. If you don't want to fry them, you don't have to. You can also just go ahead and put them to bake under the oven at 350 for 30 minutes. On to the second method of how we're going to go ahead and cook our pork chops. We are going to go ahead and make a sauce. So first we're going to go ahead and add in some tomato sauce. You can also use tomato paste if you like. We're just going to go ahead and mix this in nice and well just so our pork chops can get a nice color. After mixing this around, we're just going to go ahead and let it boil for up to 5 minutes just so the pork chops can really pick up that color. Alright, so after our sauce begins to boil and our pork chop begins to really pick up the color, what we're going to go ahead and do is just go ahead and add in some water just so that we can create a nice amount of sauce. Now, since my pork chops were seasoned to be fried, they're really well seasoning, so I wouldn't need to add any salt or any seasoning to the sauce. If you like, you can go ahead and taste it and add salt to taste. And we're just gonna go ahead and let our pork chops boil for another 5 to 7 minutes, just so that water can really boil and all the flavor can get into the sauce. Now, once our pork chop sauce is nice and boiling, we're going to just go ahead and add in some bell peppers and also some onions. If you like, you can also add in a Scotch bonnet pepper. And there you have it, you guys, our second method of how to cook pork chops. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Until next time.